Hi, thanks for coming to my channel. This is Midnight Moon Tarot and I'm Diana. This reading is for the astrological sign of Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Of course, all cross watchers are welcome. If this reading doesn't resonate with you, it's probably because of certain placements in your chart, or I could be picking up on a particular person's energy. Sometimes that happens. So if you would like a personalized reading, my contact information is midnightmoontarot@gmail.com. If you would like to donate to my channel, my PayPal contact is also below in the description. And if you're new to this channel, which you probably are, I had to delete my previous channel and I'm starting completely all over again. And so if you would, please subscribe and click the bell so that you'll get all notifications when I upload. Alright, let's just jump right into this reading, okay? What are the messages for Scorpio for the third week of July 2019? What are the messages for Scorpio for the third week of July 2019? What are the messages for Scorpio for the third week of July 2019? Okay. Ooh. The card on the bottom of the deck is the Tower, and this will be the card that is the overall energy for this reading, Scorpio. It's not always a bad card, so don't be afraid. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and divide your cards up. I divide into 4 stacks, and I know a lot of people do 3, but I always do 4 because I like it. Alright, you can go ahead and lay out your cards. Okay. Alright. Okay, your first cards are the Nine of Wands and the Star in reversed, which is very interesting because the Star is the very next card in the Major Arcana after the Tower. Now, the Tower doesn't, like I said, it doesn't always mean something terrible. It could be, whatever love situation you were in or may currently be in is not was not built on a proper foundation, and so it's all coming apart and it's going to be rebuilt on a better and more solid foundation. And then your Star comes in and you have this whole energy of rebirth and rejuvenation, a brand new life, things, starting fresh, starting over. And you have the 8-pointed star and the 8 stars surrounding the star, and also the 10, 15, 16, 17, the numerology, you add those up, you get an 8. So you have a triple 8, and that's a very synchronistic number, 888. And in Chinese beliefs, that is a very, very lucky and coveted number. In fact, people pay a lot of money when they go to buy a house or something if it has the 8s or triple 8s in it. It makes the house even more valuable. You've walked away from a situation where there was a lot of arguing and you felt burdened, and you always knew that you could walk away, and you felt defensive all the time, and you had finally gotten to the point that you decided that it was just not where you wanted to be and what you wanted to do or go with it. Your next card is the Moon and the 3 of Wands. So, tonight, this is the 16th, this is the day of the lunar eclipse. Okay, it's a very appropriate card. Okay, it's time for you to eclipse all that old bad energy. Start fresh, look to the future, find, make your plans, just look forward to all that is coming coming towards you. And I always see yellow, the yellow when the sky is yellow, like it's a new beginning, it's sunrise, it's the start of something fresh, all new, brand new energies coming in, okay? You have the Queen of Swords and the Page of Cups. All right, now, we all know that the Page of Cups is someone that you're going to hear communication from really soon. You're also a water sign, but I like to think of this particular page, the Page of Cups, as Pisces, because you see the fish that is in the cup. And you'll be hearing something from that person soon. I'm not sure if this is your ex-partner or somebody new that's had their eye on you. You have had to take the energy as the Queen of Swords and cut people out of your life when you walked away because of all the bad toxicity that was going on in your relationship. It all had to come apart. Secrets had to be revealed. All kinds of secrets came to the front, and I guess the mask fell off, and you were totally disillusioned with what you found. You might not always. You don't need to feel guilty about not seeing this, because when people are taken advantage of, sometimes toxic people tend to prey on those who may not have had as much experience with people who are into manipulating or tricking others. I myself, I know I was brought up, we trust everybody, and I was never given a reason not to, and until I got into adulthood, and met different types of people who you then learn to be more cautious. So even though you have this Pisces or water sign that's going to be approaching you, take your time, think it over. You don't want to have to cut somebody off again that quick. You have the King of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. Okay, now the King of Pentacles is a more stable sign. That can be kind of smothering for a Scorpio, where you may have more of just a passionate and sexual attraction to this King of Pentacles, instead of what he's offering. The King of Pentacles offers stability, home, security. These represent earth signs such as Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. I always think of Capricorn as being the strongest when it comes to being financially stable, and the Taurus earth sign as being just a little more controlling, and the Virgo as being the most emotional and maybe needy out of the earth signs. But I tend to believe that this would be a Taurus that you are interested in. Taurus is there's only 2 planets that are ruled by Venus, and that would be Taurus and Libra. So there is no wonder that you may have this type of attraction to this particular King of Pentacles. Okay. All right, and then you do have the Ace of Pentacles following right after, and you may be thinking, that this might be somebody you might stick around with for a while, that you may have a little more security with this person, that you can build a little bit stronger of a foundation than what you previously had. And let's see where this is going, okay, because it's getting interesting. All right, well, you have the Sun. All right, this card is represented by Gemini. All right, and we just left Gemini season, but of course, after we've had our eclipse, okay, and the sun comes out and illuminates all these bad things that have happened, you will be able to start fresh and start new. Hopefully it'll be with this King of Pentacles here, you know, maybe it'll turn into something. Let's keep going and see. Okay. All right. Well, maybe not. It looks like you're going to have a lot of offers coming in, and it's not really going to be any that you might not be interested in at the moment. It may take time for, you know, that soulmate or twin flame to enter your life. Well, I'm not really getting anything except that you're bored. This is like, you know, not interested. People are making offers with you, but there's no chemistry there, like there was with your past person. Now that past person may very well have been your twin flame, and there may be this separation right now so that you can learn and grow from your lessons that you were taught, but received no growth from. And sometimes the twin flames have to separate for a while so they both can grow, so that they can reunite again. Okay. All right. I do see that you have this Ace of Cups coming into your life. Possibly, hold on. Possibly it's going to be this page that you're hearing from, that you will be receiving an offer of love from. And I think that this person, this Pisces, I'm feeling really Pisces about this person, that I think they're going to be exactly what you need. Now, when you have two water signs there, sometimes you guys click because you know, you're both water signs, you both expect a certain emotional level from your partner, and where Scorpios are a little more passionate, the Pisces is more sensual, and it may be exactly what you need. Your King of Pentacles may be too stuffy for you. Sometimes it works with earth signs, sometimes it doesn't. When, you know, water and earth, the earth can be flooded and, you know, just completely ruined by floods and hurricanes and tornadoes, torrential rains, all of those things. And of course, you know, the opposite happens, that, you know, just like they use sandbags to block the rivers from overflowing. This King of Pentacles can be very, especially if it's Taurean energy, can be very controlling and hold you back from being your passionate and true self. They feel sometimes threatened by how outgoing you are, and they need you to tone it down a little bit, but that's not allowing you to be yourself. But certainly with this Pisces that's coming in, you may very well feel more comfortable and more free to express yourself and not have to hold back from your personality. When you're with your soulmate or your twin flame, you feel more comfortable with that person. You can go around wearing no makeup, or you can be sloppy around the house, or you can, you know, go use the potty in front of them. I know that's kind of silly, but you feel more comfortable with them than you do anybody else, because they are your mirror. They are you in another body, and so you're most comfortable with that person and free to express yourself without having to hold back and stifle yourself, so that when the two of you come together, you are able to, you know, ignite and experience love and passion on a completely different level. You know, especially, you know, the passion of Pisces and the passion of Scorpio mixed with the emotional sensitivity of Pisces. Okay, so you have Two of Swords, and you have to make this decision. you're going to have these different offers of love coming in, and you know, you have it down to 2 that you're liking, and I'm seeing that, you know, it's going to be between your Pisces and your Taurus, and you know, you don't know if you even want to make up your mind yet, but yeah, I'm sure you will. Okay, all right, so you have the Magician, and of course there's cups on this Magician's table, which says to me that, you know, you're going to lean more towards the Piscean energy, and that you have been able to manifest this love in your life, which will be exactly what you need, and all of your hopes and dreams for your love situation will be fulfilled and overflow into your life. And if you're happy at home and you're happy in your love life, you're happy in your job, you're happy in all areas of your life, and you're able to give love and receive love and put love out into the universe, rather than feeling stifled or resentful if someone is, you know, having you make choices that maybe don't feel natural to you. Okay, so let's see a little more about this Pisces here and see when it's coming in. And it could be male or female, and it doesn't necessarily have to, you know, in the tarot there is no gender. Just because I say he, it could be she, whatever. It's just the energy. You have the 2 of Pentacles, and where, you know, where you have the turbulent water back here and high emotions, and the ships are wrecking and everybody's thinking they're going to die or something. You have the Jester who's up here, and he's got his infinity symbol, same as the Magician. He's playing with these pentacles. Don't play with this guy. Okay, you'll hurt him. Okay, if you do, you know, where the emotions and stuff may be high up here, and you're sitting there playing with these pentacles. This king, okay, would be maybe acting like, it's nothing. Your emotions don't really matter. You know, you're being too sensitive. You're being too overly emotional. And I'm going to tell you that there's absolutely no such thing as being too sensitive, because that is what we are here in this life for as light workers and healers, is to bring our emotions to the surface so that we can have our healing and grow and evolve to the next level, and hopefully experience 5D with our twin flame and move past that. So yeah. So have you ever had a love that was so strong that even when you weren't with them, you could feel them? That something happens and you just wish they were there with you to share that. Have you ever, you know, been separated from someone that you love so much, and you know that person loved you just as much, that sometimes you might even feel them, a brush on your cheek, or, you know, that's your twin, that's them thinking of you, and they receive those type feelings from you as well. So you may not be able to experience that with your King of Pentacles, because he's on a different level and wants you to not be so emotional. He would be able to provide you stability and home and things like that. But you know something? Those are creature comforts. They're not spiritual comforts. Now, after you are leaving this relationship here, where you felt defensive and bound, and you walked away, okay, you may have to spend a little time. Then maybe the King of Pentacles is your soulmate, which is where you would go for your rest and your rejuvenation. But just be really careful, because the Taurus male, like I said previously, can be very possessive, and you know, stability in this home is very, very important to him. You know, if you were to be with this person, if you were to be with this person, um, I really can't see how it would end without somebody's heart being broken, or you feeling resentful because your emotions weren't valued. Okay. All right. All right. So yeah, the Page of Pentacles. If you break up with this person, there's not going to be a lot of communication. You would just be cut off, as if you don't matter, as if you never mattered. This like cold ground, that cold earth again. So you know, that's what you get for being sensitive. That's what you get for expressing your emotions and being yourself. So you always need to be with someone that you can be yourself with. And I really feel it is the Page of Cups. You know, somebody the other day was asking me, how long is this reading? Well, I think we're into like almost 21 minutes here. But generally, I read until I see like a final outcome, okay? That there's either a definite no, you're not going to be reunited with this person, or a definite yes, that you will, or if new love is coming in and when it's coming in. Now, I do see that new love is coming in. I just want to know when. I know that we have to get past today and this solar eclipse before any of this is put into motion. Okay? All right. All right. So, yeah, rather than go to the King of Pentacles for comfort, you may want to look inside yourself and do your own self-reflection and your own healing, and just take time. You know, he's got this sword here beside him. There's 3 over him, and he's laying on his coffin. You know, he felt, you know, I've said this before, it's like the soldiers used to come back from battle and they would build their coffins prior to them leaving, and when they would come home, they would actually rest on their coffins and reflect on all the horrors and all the things that had happened during this war. And you have they're like hanging over these horrible thoughts. To me, it's like having PTSD. He's still got this one sword down here by him, just in case, So he's still not able to relax or do that. So you may need to, and that might be the reason why this energy is a page instead of a king. And you know, this King of Pentacles, they like to come in and rescue and make people feel safe. And Taurus male can do that. They can make you feel like, you know, they're just going to take care of everything. But that keeps you from doing the work yourself. It will stunt your growth. It will keep you from doing it. You know, this card here is telling me that rather than start something with this King of Pentacles, perhaps you need to take time on your own. Okay, so I apologize for that. I ran out of battery. Okay. All right. So let's see. Our next card is the 6 of Wands. So yeah, like I was saying previously, this king may not be exactly what you need. It could be in some sense of the word, but not what you need spiritually and to grow. Okay. This guy right here, this person, male or female, may be exactly what you need. Okay. When you do, you will be able to receive your growth and your accolades, and it will bring you that much closer to being reunited with your twin flame. It will help you be able to grow. There is a third party situation that perhaps is the reason why you walked away from your person that you were with. That may have been exactly what you needed to shake things up. And you know, when it comes to twin flames, a lot of times third party situations come into play, and it's not because you're not important to them. It's because when you were together, it wasn't time for you to be together. But sometimes, you know, that magnetism and that chemistry is hard to resist. So you're going ahead and you've been with them, but you know, they may not have been able to be with you until they had been with this person. So maybe they needed to be with that person so that they can learn whatever they needed from that person in order to be with you. And, you know, I'm by no means telling people to tolerate being cheated on or things like that. Definitely, if that does come up, you know, walk away. Definitely walk away. But it doesn't mean that in the future you and the person should not, you know, make another try of it. Because people really do change. They really do. Okay. And yes, finally, we have your King of Cups. So after, you know, this may be the one that you should have been with in the first place, unless unless that was the Tower, and I'm not picking it up right this minute, unless this guy here that you walked away from, that made you feel defensive, that made you feel like there was a third-party situation, that kept things hidden from you and made you feel betrayed, okay? And you had to become the Queen of Swords and cut all that off so that you could move on and have this new beginning with your Page of Cups, who becomes your King of Cups and is able to offer you everything that you've ever needed and wanted. And it feels like a very, very long-term situation. Sometimes we never reunite with our twin flame. Sometimes we do. Sometimes it's in another lifetime. And sometimes it's for a few weeks. Sometimes it's 10 months. Sometimes it's 10 years or more before you can be with your twin flame again. But in the meantime, this is going to be a very, very loving and fulfilling relationship. And I thank you so much for joining me here. And again, excuse me, if you would just like and subscribe, it would mean so much to me. All right, thank you. Bye-bye.